Elecicopo, cordless, battery operated grass trimmer, weed trimmer. Can't call it a weed eater because that's a brand name, although everybody uses that as a generic term. A while back I did a review on a little 4-inch battery operated chainsaw, which is absolutely works great. It was also made by this same company, Elecicopo. Got a grass trimmer here that they provided to me to demonstrate and test. So we're going to do coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop, and as I mentioned at the beginning here, we got this little grass trimmer here, weed trimmer, grass cutter, weed cutter, whatever you want to call it. It's extremely light. I haven't opened it yet, right here. So we're going to open this up, and some assembly is probably going to have to be required. We'll see what it entails, and we'll see how well this thing works. Okay, so we'll see what we got here. Okay, we got a couple wheels here, couple hubs, a couple of different types of guards, handle, battery, charger, definitely going to need that, and some plastic blades with a little wrench, a metal circular blade, carbide tipped, some metal grass cutting blades, some directions, a little spring guard I suppose it is, and these bolts must be for the wheels, and of course the cheesy goggles you always get with this kind of stuff, but better than nothing. And of course we have the unit itself right here. So I need to get some things unwrapped, and then we'll get to putting this together. Looks like it's going to be pretty simple. Okay, there's two different types of guards that come with this. The red guard here is for if you're going to use this without the wheels on it. This one here, the black one, is the one you will use if you're using the wheels. And we're going to assemble this with the wheels because I'm going to let my wife use this, and I know she doesn't like to carry things around, although this is extremely light. We'll put the wheels on it, and you have your choice of what height you want to adjust it. I'm just going to start with it in the center. So you get this bolt, looks like this. Okay, you'll have this red piece here in your bolt. You would slip that in so that the head goes through the thing, and you looks like a little gear here, but that's going to be your handle. Then you have the wheel. Pass that through. As I said, I'm going to use the center setting here. Start the nut on it. There's a captive place here in the plastic where the hex on that nut will catch. You get to turn the right direction. Then just by turning this, it'll tighten that right up. Don't even need any tools. And you would don't tighten it too tight or you won't be able to roll the wheel. Want it to be able to roll easy. There we go. No bearings in there, but this isn't a high-speed operation either. So we can get the other side done. Okay, next we'll be putting it on the head here. The wheels will go to the back. And there are some slots here. As you can see, there's two big ones and two little ones. As you look at the head of the trimmer, there's two big tabs and two little tabs. You would just line these tabs up. Yeah, first you got to take this little hub off of there. Which we need to do anyway because we're going to be putting some blades on it here shortly. There we go. Takes a little bit of effort to get that snap down on there past some tabs. And then you would rotate it There's a little nub on this plastic here that'll line up with a little indentation on that front tab when you get it turned all the way around, right there, like so. That takes a little bit of effort, just fair warning there. So we need to put some blades on here. We have our choice of the metal ones here, or the plastic. There's 4 plastic ones, there's 2 metal ones, and then we've got the saw blade for some really heavy stuff, and I'm not going to be putting that on right now, but it would work the same as either one of these. Just for heavy stuff like shrubs and volunteer trees, and these metal blades are quite sharp. I can see that, so you be careful when you're playing with them here. And they are reversible, so you can, if they wear out this way and get dull or nicked up or whatever, you could take it off and turn it around, you've got another cutting edge. So you would put this little plastic guy back on there. There's a couple little nubs there, a couple little slots. Line that up. Washer. Little nut here, and there's a little wrench that comes in the bag with the plastic blades. There again, be careful when you're doing this so you don't cut yourself on this metal blade. It is quite sharp. Oh, next we have a little wire guard here for the front. There's a hole in each side of the housing. See if I can do this and keep it on the camera. Just spread this. There's your guard. So there is that part of the assembly. Next would be the handle. You look at the handle, it's angled down on one side. Take this knob out. You just slip this over the handle. It's going to be kind of a, yeah, it went on there pretty easy. You have to figure out where you want it for your comfort level. I'm just going to stick it on here at random right now. Okay, so there we have it, but it's very short right now. And I'm a tall guy. So what do? Push this button right here, and you can make it longer. And it'll snap into place. You can size it for your height. And if you push this, there's a button right here you can push. That'll change the angle, depending on how you want to walk with it. So next I'll need to get a battery here. That just slips into the, I don't even know if these are charged. I have one on the charger. Otherwise I'll take the one off my little 4-inch chainsaw because they're the same battery. There's a safety button on the side right here. You have to push to pull the trigger. And it does work. Okay, should you choose to use this circular saw looking blade for cuttings, maybe some heavy brush and stuff like that, you would put this on with the labeling facing up. That way the teeth will be going in the right direction. If you're going to use one of these, be extremely careful and keep your feet and hands and everything well out of the way of it. These can be very, very dangerous. They do work well for cutting brush in small trees and that type of thing. You're not going to cut some big tree down, but if you've got some brush or some really heavy horseweeds or something, this will do a good job of it. Okay, I was going to take this out and do a demonstration right here after I assembled it, but it's raining, so I'm not going to go out in the rain with it. But I noticed this was extremely light, and like I say, I have this set for my height here to make it comfortable for me. My wife will obviously be moving this way down. She's quite a bit shorter than I am. But I noticed it was extremely light, so I took it over and I put it on the scale. This, with the battery on it, and this metal blade here, this weighs 4 1/4 pounds. So it's very, very light if you're perhaps elderly and you still want to be able to do some garden work, and this would be the thing for you here, you know. I don't know that I'd be letting little kids run around with this. Even with the plastic blade in, I think you could still get hurt on it pretty bad. But you definitely would not want to have children operating this with either one of the metal blades. But as soon as it quits raining, I'll get some video footage of how well this works in the grass. And maybe we can find some weeds in the field behind me here. And maybe even check out the little circular saw blade. We'll have to see what the weather does. Well, as I said, this was provided to me to test and review, so hope you got something out of this, and if you did, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. I know I have their little 4-inch chainsaw, and if you happen to have watched the video on my channel here of the big 80-foot tree that fell across the renovation house, I was up there with 2 of them little saws like a ninja on that garage roof, cutting all the little branches off till I got back to where I needed the gas chainsaw. But they make a good product. The batteries seems to have held up well. The only little quirk about this was getting that guard on the bottom. It took a little bit of effort. You got to really push hard to get that down there. Once it gets down and you turn it and it locks, it's on there good. But it's just something to keep in mind. That's going to take a little bit of effort. Otherwise, as I said, it's very, very light. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.